podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. All the guys want, I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather. I was trying to fight every fighter. I sacrificed a lot
Productions
to get to where I got to.
What do you bring to the table?
Let's get this on. Let's do it.
Well, it's like this. Wait.
All right, that's it. Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down.
Man, you know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I sacrificed a lot. ThaBoxingvoice.com to get to where I got to. ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yeah, ho, we back. SGTO, Instagram and Twitter, wherever Instagram and Twitter is used. Hashtags, #TBV podcast. It is your boy. I'm back. Sleepy time, Mike. You already know. Taking a nap, doing what nappers do. But I'm back to talk about the face of boxing, the biggest athlete in the sport. La cara del boxeo. Huh? The only man to do millions pay-per-view buys consecutively. Maybe even 3 times, right? Chavez, Triple G. You know? He won an ESPY for the best boxer. And it looks like he's making an improved offer. To Kovalev. That's something we got to discuss. I mean, you know, a lot of people gave Joshua shit for lowballing, right? And we would come to the aid of the fighter, right? We would say, oh, he deserves more. Joshua's lowballing. Oh, he's pricing himself out. He thinks he's worth too much. Is Kovalev thinking he's worth too much at 12 million, 10 million is what the man's asking for? Is he crazy? Like, is this the A side? Is this what the A side has to deal with? You know, we like, oh, he should take whatever. But he's looking at it like, yo, this is the only time I'm going to get this opportunity. Do I take whatever or do I go for gusto? Do I try and get as much as possible? Because I might not get this shot again. And if you're Canelo, I know you're looking at it like, yo, just make the deal. Make the deal because I'm not fighting Triple G. We're going to teach him a lesson. And I think it's on principle with Canelo. Look, you know, we talk about Earl not liking Keith, but I think Canelo just never likes Gennady. You know, first of all, Gennady disrespected him. And this is what I tell you about boxing. Like, it's better when you disrespect a motherfucker because you're going to get that fight. You're going to get that fight. And that's how Canelo felt. Now, the issue is Gennady didn't do his part, so he remained B-side. And now Canelo's sticking it to him. It's that simple. Like, you tried to play hardball. Don't get upset that things ain't going your way. If you're Kovalev, if you're Sergey Kovalev, if you're Gennady Golovkin, don't get upset things ain't going your way. For Kovalev, I don't think he's ever gotten 10 or 12 million, but he wants to sit around and wait and call Canelo cheap. You know, they lowball offering him, or low offer ball, whatever you want to call it. He trying to say they sent him a low ball offer the first time around. He trying to say he needs 10 or 12 million dollars. My question is why? Why do you need that much? Did Gennady get that much? Did Gennady get 10 or 12 his first time around? Guaranteed? You know? Did Liam Smith? It's a lot of people that didn't get this type of money. You know? Again, we criticize AJ all the time. Oh, you know, why all your B-sides want short money? Or don't take the short money. But this is why. Like, you got to start them low and hope that they snag on to something, because if not, look at where they're going. They're talking about 12 or 10 million. I don't even know why Kovalev and his team believe they deserve that. Like, what have they done successfully? Let me see. Oh, yeah, they did 2 pay-per-views, and that's successfully? Were those successful? You call those shit successful? I'm just saying, 170, 190, you wasn't even the A-side. Here you are again with another opportunity where you're not the fucking A-side. He might have to cut ties. You don't let a Canelo Alvarez fight pass you by. That's like letting a Mayweather or a Pacquiao fight pass you by. These are once in a lifetime people that come into this sport. And, you know, he needs to get this fight because it won't come around again. Canelo Alvarez is 28-year-old phenom. He just tacked on another accolade to his name by capturing the 2019 July ESPY award. That's another accolade, one that I'm sure Kovalev hasn't won. So again, these things increase your purse. Kovalev hasn't won that. He wants an increased purse based off what exactly? The fact that he feels he's the sexiest name available for Canelo? Well, if I'm Canelo, I say, no, fuck you. You either want to get on this publicity train and get your name known, or you want to stay on the outskirts and be known as the guy that didn't take the deal, priced himself out, and now has to go fight a prospect in Anthony Yard in Russia? You compare the two. Tell me. How does one compare with the other? If you're Kovalev, how do you now get up for Anthony Yard? He ain't Canelo. But if you're Kovalev and his team, are you thinking to yourself, look, if he's negotiated with us once, he'll come back again. Let's hang tight. Let's play tough. Let's get some hardball going on, and maybe we get an improved offer. Not this fight. Maybe he does walk, but we're still an option. We're still an option, and that's the question. Is Kovalev still an option if this deal falls apart? I don't know. I would really like to see this, though. Out of the 2 options that DAZN's bully ass are giving Canelo, because I wasn't on for that show, but I find it quite disrespectful that they feel they can tell Canelo, look, we're only approving Gennady Golovkin and we're only approving Sergey Kovalev. Meanwhile, they tell Gennady Golovkin, we're approving Jaime Munguia for you. If I'm Canelo, I'm looking for a way out this deal. And I know you guys are like, no, $365 million. Remember, he don't get that $365 million unless he fights. And if he loses one fight, that contract changes. That contract changes. So now you're telling me I moved up my first DAZN inaugural fight. I moved up to 168. I'm a Mexican, first of all. Naturally, we just don't come big. You know, we might come wide. We ain't coming tall. Okay? So I move up, take on a taller, bigger man, capture a secondary super middleweight title. I'm allegedly the A side. You gave me $365 million. But for some reason, you're treating Gennady as the A side. For some reason, you're giving Gennady $14.5 million to fight Steve Ross. And now God knows how much you're going to give him to fight another 154-pounder in Jaime Munguia. I mean, how many 54-pounders does he have on his resume? People like to criticize Canelo and say how he's the Canelo weight and catchweight king. Let's look at the names that he fought at. Let's look at these catchweights. Did he really suck them down or bring them up? Or did he give them 1 extra pound to the division they was already at? Unlike Triple G, bringing people up, bringing people down, whatever suits him. You know? Jaime Munguia ain't no bum, but he doesn't deserve to go straight into a Canelo fight. Excuse me. Gennady fight, right? If Canelo's too good, what is DAZN telling Gennady subliminally? No. Canelo can't fight Jaime. That's a mismatch. Yo, you can fight him. You old. I mean, is anybody going to wake the fuck up? What is Oscar over here thinking? You know, you trying to fight Munguia in Mexico. You know, they tell you no. They tell you no. That opponent is only approved for Gennady. Meanwhile, Munguia's your motherfucking fighter. He's your fighter. So now the network is telling you what to do with your fighter. They telling you you can't fight your own fighter. You got to fight a Gennady Golovkin promotions fighter. You can't even keep it in-house. They got too much control, in my opinion. I think it's time Canelo, the top dog that he is, put his fucking foot down. You don't tell me who to fight. You don't tell me when I jump. I tell you when to jump. Because guess what? Any motherfucking network will jump at the opportunity for that Canelo business. If Canelo looks for a way out of this contract, let's just keep it simple. No one's a lawyer on this show, even though we all go in front like we got family that's an attorney, right? But let's just be real. The easiest way out of a contract is you are not satisfied with the terms. They are not meeting their terms, you know? By treating Gennady with more favor than Canelo, there's a fucking problem. Look, that is the grounds for getting this contract thrown out. And just go to ESPN. What you think, they won't give it to you? You've already set the bar. That is your price tag now. It's all over the world. DAZN gave you $365. No one's going to come and give you less unless they're giving you less for less fights. You hear me? No one's going to give you less unless they're giving you less for less fights. So if Canelo got $365 for 10 fights, which he already, actually it was, you know, the 11th one with what's your boy name from the UK, Rocky Fielding, that wasn't part of the 10-fight deal. So he's got 9 fights left on his 10-fight deal, right? Time to walk. Time to walk. You got too much control over my fighters and my company if I'm Oscar, right? You telling me you gave me a little bit of change so you control Canelo and you control Golden Boy and its stable. No, absolutely not. Because guess what? I'm still Canelo. And Showtime would love to be in the Canelo pay-per-view business. How many pay-per-views would Gennady and Daniel Jacobs sell? How many would Charlo and Canelo sell? You know? How many will Jaime Munguia and Canelo sell? What happens if Canelo goes to ESPN? Right? We know the story. Oscar knew John Skipper over at ESPN, and that's why he was able to make his own deal up. He was able to do his own thing and go straight to Skipper because he knew Skipper, right? So if he knows Skipper, he's got to know more than just Skipper in ESPN. Skipper's obviously now with DAZN, but who else could be roaming those hallways of ESPN that Oscar De La Hoya might know? They could point him in the right direction. They could sit him down and get him a meeting. How hard is it for Oscar De La Hoya, the golden boy, the man that is in charge of Canelo's career, to get a meeting with ESPN or a meeting with HBO or a meeting with Fox for that matter? How hard would it be for Canelo to say, Al Heyman, I want to sit down with you? Why would Al Heyman be biased? Why would Al Heyman not want to sit down with Canelo if he is making the attempt to reach out? Look, I'm just being 100% honest. I want Canelo to put his foot down. They cannot approve Munguia for Gennady, who is a golden boy fighter, and not approve him for Canelo. That right there shows me you got either an issue with me, an issue with my promoter or you know, the company I'm working for, or you don't value me the way that you say. You don't value me the way that you say. Because I didn't get a $14.5 million Steve Rose. I got a super middleweight. Excuse me, I got a super middleweight, 168-pound titleist. Regular titleist. The same regular belt that Manny fucking Pacquiao has and will have when he goes into the fight July 20th. So, before you discredit Rocky Fielding, be prepared to discredit Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao for the same title, or Daniel Jacobs for the same title. That's exactly how Jacobs got the fight with Gennady, for having the same title. So don't pick and choose when you decide what man is a world champion and what man isn't. But I'm telling Golden Boy, choose. Draw your line in the sand. Leak something out that you're going to sit down with ESPN. It can't be a breach of contract. I know Mike's the one that went to business school. Once he gets things all set, we got to ask him. Can you go and sit down? Conversation is conversation. You can't even go and listen to the offers. You don't know what they're going to talk about. You just there to have lunch. You just want to sip some Moscato. You don't know nothing. Whatever ESPN or Showtime are about to present to you, you don't know nothing. All you know is that you ain't happy. I'm not happy with the mini-me, because that's what Munguia is. He's a mini-me. A mini-me of Canelo Alvarez. They trying to make him into a Canelo. So I'm unhappy. If you're telling me you're going to use my mini-me to fight my nemesis. I thought he started his own promotional company, Mike. What the fuck do we need Golden Boy fighters for? I'm just saying, man. I don't know, bro. They treating the face of boxing as if he's not the face. I say he walks. Just walk.
Dazn Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
Boxingvoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. And he stayed at 147.
A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
Boxingvoice.com.
Yo. First things first, good morning to everybody out there in the TBV universe. And yes, welcome back. Hope you had a good time down in Florida at the Key Tournament Cap. You know what I'm saying? We saw that little interaction y'all had the other day, man. Pretty good stuff. But on to Canelo. Shout out to him for winning 2019 ESPY Boxer of the Year. Terrence Crawford won it last year, so big ups to Canelo for bringing home that prestigious prize. But on to this, man. I don't know if they're necessarily disrespecting Canelo or not, or being unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? They give a guy a big contract, and it seems like when you sign to the zone, after they give you that money, it seems like they have all the say so, that they have all the pull. And it seems like they really want that Kovalev fight. They want it so much that the Kovalev side had enlisted services of Eddie Hearn to try to get this fight push past the breaking point. But we'll break that down too and talk about it. But why do you feel like the zone is disrespecting Canelo? And now you can't go over and talk to PBC or Showtime. Remember when Leonard Ellerby came out and told Oscar De La Hoya, you better not even try to contact Tank because we will sue your ass. Remember that shit?
But Tank has to notify Ellerby. Ellerby has to find out about this alleged meeting, right? Or whoever the powers that be. They have to find out. Let's take Ellerby out the equation. I'm just back to Canelo, Oscar, sitting down with whoever. So DAZN needs to find out, and then they need to know factual information of what took place or was said during that meeting. Because I'm pretty sure, again, I'm no lawyer, but I've dealt with the law long enough to know that you can't stop me from talking to Michael. I don't give a fuck what contract you got with Michael. If I want to go have lunch with Mike, that's up to me. I go have motherfucking lunch with Mike. Now, if Mike works for a company and I work for another and we exchange information, that's only amongst two people. If it got leaked, we know how it got leaked. Again, we having a conversation.
That's a little different than me and you having a conversation, then going over and having a conversation with the head of Showtime Sports and Steven Espinoza. Having that kind of conversation is not what John Skipper is going to like. And he could probably say that you guys are tampering with one of his fighters because his fighter is under contract, but that will be on him to prove in a court of law. You know what I'm saying? If it goes down that route, then it's a lot of shit going on.
Listen, man. There are lawyers that get paid way more money than me that will get him out of this contract. Whether that be he got to sit down for a year and in the meantime take that knee surgery. Yo, you got a lot of background. What's going on? Tweak it just a bit. But whether he take a year off and do knee surgery, whether he do a Mikey and take 2 years, the man's 28 years old. Okay? He has the ability and the luxury of letting you motherfuckers catch up. Okay? You heard what I said? Letting you motherfuckers catch up. Because he's accomplished. He's done all he needs to do, and that's why he gets to pick and choose who the fuck he wants to fight, unlike the rest of you. So if Canelo Alvarez took 2 years off and came back at 30, he would still be the face of boxing. And in the runnings, he would still be considered a side. So he could take some time off and fight these fuckers with their own money. With their own money. He already made some off that Rocky Fielding fight and that Daniel Jacobs fight. We're going to use your money to fight you. And guess what? When we go to ESPN or we go to Showtime or we open up a new network, you laughing now. How do you know that no one else is looking on the outside and is interested now? How do you know that? How do you know that there's not a Fox or Channel 11 or Pix 9 or whatever the fuck these other terrestrial channels are called? How do you know that they're not interested? Someone's not sitting in their boardroom saying, you know what? Everybody else getting in the boxing business. We don't know. We know that there are options and he can create them because he is the only one that can create them. He's the only one that can say today, I'm fighting Earl Spence. I'm fighting Kovalev. Fuck it, I'm fighting Gennady. Who else could say that? Who else could say who they're fighting? No, they wait. Because they ain't no boss. They wait. You got to call bluffs because you ain't no boss. You wait. You ain't got that big fight because you ain't no boss. You wait. When you a boss, you get the big fight. When you a boss, you do inaugurals. Inaugural event after inaugural event after inaugural event. You're the face of PBC. You're the face of Dazn and Golden Boy. That's how it works. I mean, that's all. That's how I see it.
Yeah, man. I hear what you're saying, but he's on a contract, bro. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be able to break that contract. You know what I'm saying? They gave him the money with the intention of him being the number one guy on their platform. Maybe be the flag bearer for their platform. Being the guy that puts their platform forward. So what now?
Why can't I just give you your money back?
Yeah, that ain't how it works. That ain't how sports and like contracts work.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Listen, I'm not trying to go to court because you heard me talking about court. I'm not trying to go to court saying, yo, I just don't want to be with Dazn. No. The contract got loopholes. Anytime you start giving Gennady privilege over me, Canelo Alvarez, that's breach of contract. I am the face of this platform. Every article that you do, you keep saying that if I give you Gennady, Dazn is expecting a lot of residual subscribers. You're banking on me to increase your subscribers. When AJ fought, shit happened. And I mean the Povetkin fight. When Canelo fought, they released numbers. All of a sudden, we got 600,000 U.S. people. I am the face.
1.2 now.
I am the face. I will take that 1.2 if you further disrespect me. I am the A side. You don't go into my roster. I don't think you getting that, Mike. Munguia is a Golden Boy fighter. You don't tell me I can't fight my own stablemate and this bum who I beat twice, who's second fiddle to me, who got less money than me, who you not banking on bringing subscribers like me. You giving them my opponents? My ideas? This was my all-Mexican idea with Munguia. Now you want... No! I'm mad now. I'm disgruntled. I'm unhappy. And that's absolutely reasons and grounds to get out of a contract. You got to keep me happy. You can't make me unhappy. You can't make a dude on my... I'm Golden Boy, nigga. How you gonna make this dude more important than me now? I'm out. Strike. And I don't mean strike like a baseball. I mean, I'm on strike, motherfucker. I'm gonna go fix this knee and sip some fucking Mai Tais in Mexico under a palm tree while John Skipper sweating bullets trying to get subscribers. That's what he should do. I'm just saying. I mean like that.
Yeah, man, but I don't know if they're necessarily looking at Canelo like that because they want the Triple G fight. They want the Kovalev fight. They want him to fight these two guys. And for all intents and purposes, the Gennady fight has hit like a standstill. The Gennady doesn't want it in Vegas. Canelo does. I think that's the main sticking point. So I feel like the zone is leaning more towards Gennady because they know Gennady wants to kill a Canelo fight. But it seems like okay, Canelo, if you're not going to fight Gennady, then we're not going to give you another cherry. We want you to go out and fight Kovalev. But for Gennady, since you wanted the Alvarez fight and you were trying to push for it, go ahead and take Jaime Munguia, beat him up, and maybe Golden Boy will like try to link that together. Oh, Gennady just beat up the Canelo protege and all this kind of stuff.
Mike, you smarter than this. You graduated with a business degree. You're Oscar De La Hoya. Your fighter told you, I want Munguia.
You can't get him.
You offered Munguia as an option, okay? Now you're telling me that the narrative is going to be, let me use my undefeated champion to build up this dude that doesn't belong to our company. No, Mike, that's not business.
That's what happens when you sign over to the zone, bro. When they give you that money, they don't care what you want.
Listen,
they care what
Mike,
want.
you can't change the business of boxing just because you gave me some money. I never seen that before.
How come I can't?
Because I never seen that before.
This ain't PBC. This ain't HBO. This is more like the UFC. Once you take our money, our big contract, you're under our roof. We're not going to put on certain shit that we don't want to put on.
And that's fine. That's fine for you to have last right or option to approve the fight. But you don't have any say-so over my stable, champ. You don't own Golden Boy. You don't own If anything, you can think. You can fucking dream and fantasize that you own Canelo because you gave some money, but you do not own Golden Boy
Did
and his
we get
fighters.
Golden Boy money too?
10 dates. 10 dates.
Same thing.
Mike, man, you way
if
off the cliff.
I gave Oscar De La Hoya some money and I want Munguia to fight Triple G. We already gave Munguia two dates of him fighting Hogan and somebody else on our platform. Why not put him in there with Triple G? We're tired of giving people cherries. We're not going to give people cherries all the time. We want these two guys to fight, and Canelo, you fight over there.
So ESPN got control over Top Rank Stable?
I think ESPN let Bob run the show, but I don't think they're happy.
All right, then. Listen.
I don't think they're happy, though.
It's no different over here because if you read the article, Main Events has contacted Eddie Hearn. They want the fight. They just trying to get this motherfucking last hurrah paycheck so I could go live in Russia for the rest of my life. And no, work, man. Do something. Build your name up so you could get this money, not off the back of Canelo. Everybody want a fucking Willy Wonka ticket. $12 million. Guerrero got 2.5 to fight Mayweather, bro. This dude say he want $12 million. He bugging. This nigga been knocked out 3 times. What he trying to get? 4 mil every time he been starched? Fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers? I'm telling you, bruh, they out of control, and you don't control the stable.
When I read Kovalev 112 and a half, I'm like, damn, Kovalev, my nigga, what you done? I'll be like, you did 2 pay-per-views with Andre Ward, and I don't think you even seen half of that.
Bruh, he not even half as popular as Daniel Jacobs, who's not popular.
I think he's a little bit more popular than Danny because he has the whole Russian, you know what I'm saying, background.
Bruh,
he might be a little bit more popular.
Bruh, he did 170,000 pay-per-views. And Kovalev did 190. Okay? They both had good names, but only one went on to do a bigger fight since then. And that's Jacobs. So Jacobs is more popular. Only one went on to get 12.5 million. What the other one is only wishing, dreaming, praying at night he can get. And that's the issue right there. You motherfuckers got a big problem. See, where I was raised, we don't count other people's pockets. But these motherfuckers out here, the first article we read a week ago before I left to Keith was, well, Daniel Jacobs got 12.5. Get the fuck out that man's pockets. Get out his pockets. Did you do what Daniel Jacobs did? Did you have back surgery to remove a fucking tumor? Are you a cancer patient? Did you live that life? Were you told you can't fight again? Did you have to learn how to walk again? These motherfuckers is disrespectful. I'm telling you, the entire lot. Main events and DAZN. Main events and DAZN. There is no excuse for this treatment. I'm telling you, Canelo is a franchise. He'll go anywhere and do this.
And
let me just remind
if you're DAZN, if you really wanted that fight, why not do what you did with Big Baby and just throw a little bit on top for Golden Boy?
Let me just remind you. Damn, you cut me off. It was somebody that. Oh, Canelo left already. When HBO tried to get all ballsy, Canelo was like, "Yo, peace, Big Poppy style. Couple kisses on the fingers, blew him away. I'm gone. We're gonna go do this shit over here on Showtime and show you motherfuckers I do it anywhere." Yo, Canelo go to Bravo TV and we're gonna watch boxing over there. Let's just be real. That's just the way the fuck it goes. So they better get it right. They better get it right. Cause what you think? The Golden Boy ain't got no lawyers? What? Half the boxing public think that Al Haymon's the smartest man in boxing. The other half think he's a devil and he couldn't take Golden Boy from Oscar. So get your dumb asses out of here. Oscar got lawyers to get them out of this motherfucking shit ASAP.
What do you think Main Events is looking for when they go out and get Eddie Hearn to try to smooth over?
Fuck Main Events. Because tell me the ESPN, who lost John Skipper, who John Skipper said, yo, I'm feeling sick. I need to take time off. Then all of a sudden opens up his own startup. What the fuck you think ESPN going to say when Oscar comes sit down like, yo, man, I ain't happy over there, but you ain't here for me, man. What y'all got? What y'all offering? What y'all offering? Y'all still want me to go through Bob after seeing the success of Canelo on DAZN? After seeing how much they offer me? After the profile read? I mean, how many articles was written? How many more people became aware of Canelo Alvarez after he got named the highest paid athlete in the world? And how many more will continue to know him after he just got awarded this ESPY? Why the fuck can't I go sit down and shop him around and show you that you don't control me? We'll get ESPN to give me that $365 plus whatever I spent to send back to your ass. You know? Why can't we send it back, Mike?
I just got the article that when everything was first signed. I'm trying to read through it to see, is there any opt-outs? Is there any way that Canelo and Golden Boy could get out of this contract? Give me 1 second. Let me keep reading.
I'm sure. Listen, man, all contracts you could get out of it, bruh. You never heard nobody talking about even them ironclad contracts. Somebody still get out of it. So, there's always a loophole. There's always a loophole. You know, you just got to find it. Your attorney's got to be beast.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Shout out to Sergio with the super chat saying, shout out to TBV. I listen to your shows at work. Well, thank you, my friend. We read your super chats from work. Let's go out to the phone lines. Once again, you can add Nestor Gibbs to be part of the conversation. That's NESTORGIBBS. Marcus, DC, talk to me.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back, man.
What up, champ? You still in Canada?
Nah, I just left Canada yesterday, bruh. I'm in Pittsburgh now, heading on back down to D.C. Yo, you know what? I was torn in the beginning, but I hear what you're saying. Yo, check this out. Mike, it's called performance. And if Canelo's lawyers say that the zone is not meeting their performance in the contract, you know that you can invalidate the contract. Both sides has an expectation of performance, and if one side does not do performance, you know it's signed, you get out of it. And everyone
what do you
knows
mean by performance when it comes to the zone?
Well, they're not meeting up their side.
If they're not meeting what their expectation was going into, Canelo has an 11-fight deal. So we all know he cannot fight 11 killers and maintain, you know what I'm saying, this pace, right? So he understands that, hey, listen, I took on Gennady Golovkin. I took on, well, before Gennady got signed, let's say, I took on Daniel Jacobs under your banner. I took on Rocky Fielding under your banner, right? And then my next fight I'm going to do is going to be Mexican Independence Day, which is going to be a big subscription grab for you. And I'm going to look for the best opponent. And then
Canelo, my brother, you fought Rocky Fielding, easy fight for you. We thought Daniel Jacobs was going to be a little bit hard, but you made that look easy too.
Mike, how many other people in the middleweight division do what Canelo did to Rocky? Just like that. That's the difference between someone special.
Bro, Rocky ain't special, my nigga. It's a couple niggas that'll fuck Rocky up right now.
But Mike, it's not like he's trying to take another soft touch with this fight. He's not. He was between
Munguia, soft touch, my nigga. Come on, man. Let's be real. Dennis Hogan.
Listen.
Dennis Hogan.
Mike. Friday, listen to his list. Andrade, Gennady, and Kovalev. You can't argue that list after coming off a fielding fight. You cannot. So if you can't argue that list. You can't eliminate Munguia and Andrade as his network, not his promoter, to try to get the one you want to get to build up your subscriptions. That's not how this works. That's where I, if I was an attorney, I would fight on performance and say, hey, listen, this guy just fought a belt holder, IBF. He fought an IBF eliminated belt holder, used to have the WBA secondary belt, and this guy just fought him on May the 4th. On a follow-up fight, this guy goes in there and beats the 168 champ. You see what I'm saying? So you can't argue with his list as right now. Now, if he was trying to fight Steve Rolls right now, then I can see Dazn doing that. But that's not what he's doing. So Dazn is sitting there shooting themselves in the foot. They're going to lose this prime fighter, like that says. If that man goes on Bravo, True TV, wherever the fuck he goes, boxing will shift the paradigm and go where he.
Dazn not gonna lose.
Easy,
Canelo.
yo. And you know what? I would love to see it from a reporter standpoint, like just from a let's talk about it. I would love to see oh shit, Canelo signs the Bravo.
Oh man.
You know how many housewives gonna be watching Canelo little pretty ass on Bravo TV?
But y'all gotta start looking at this contract like we look at NBA contracts or NFL or MLB.
How so?
Once these players
or
fighters signed to a club or a certain network or a certain streaming platform, I believe that they turn over last right and the platform gets final say so, just like in baseball or football. If they don't want you to play, my nigga, you ain't playing. Period.
Mike, you keep repeating that, and I keep repeating, but how do they have control over the stable? You got a Canelo deal, nigga. You ain't got a fucking Golden Boy stable deal. You got a Canelo Alvarez deal. You can't now tell Golden Boy, yo, you know I gave you all that money for Alvarez, so do me a solid and give me your undefeated champion to face Gennady. I don't even see how Mike is. I think Mike is doing it from a standpoint of there needs to be, yin and yang maybe, because I can't see him logically agreeing with any of this shit. How the fuck you gonna tell me what to do with my shit? This is my shit.
I don't think Dazn is actually telling Munguia to go fight Triple G. I think Triple G and their side is negotiating with Munguia, and they possibly want that fight.
Champion. Dazn came out and said, hey, Canelito, you could fight Kovalev and you could fight Gennady. You can't fight your boy on your stable, Jaime Munguia. But Gennady could. What do you mean I don't think Dazn? That's exactly what they did, Mike. They took him off as an option and only gave him to his like that right there. Like for me, as a street dude, I'm not even fucking with you, Mike. You telling me I woke up today, Marcus from DC called me and said, yo, Mike did 5 shows with one of your ex-hosts. You done, nigga. Fuck you doing over there? You done. You done. So what you talking about? You you work with me. So you still go do your conflicting ignorance. I don't own you, champ. I don't own you. How you gonna tell me now it's like, yo, Mike, you can't wear that sweater. Only wear that sweater when you go see Gennady. What the fuck? No, that you don't own the entire Golden Boy promotions. We need more information on
I'm
this
not
deal.
saying that they do. What I'm saying is when they presented the zone with the Munguia option for Canelo, the zone was just like, nah, we don't want that fight for Canelo. We think Canelo does that easily. But for Gennady, maybe they see it as a little bit different.
And that's cool,
know.
Mike, but that's what me and Marcus said. That is the argument. That is your defense right there. When you go in front of a judge, how could DAZN and John Skipper truthfully tell the judge why you can't fight Munguia and Gennady could? When that's Canelo's and his defense attorney's argument. They're in breach of contract. They're forcing us to only fight the toughest fighters in the world. Meanwhile, everyone else gets to pick and choose. And here's our example. I want to fight Munguia. They told me no, but they told my nemesis yes. That right. He's my nemesis, Mike. You can't fuck with him. You fucking with me. What you doing fucking with him? But meanwhile, you giving him $14.5 million tune-ups? Nigga, where my $14.5 million tune-up? Oh, that's right. He was a secondary champion at another weight division. So again, you making me jump through hoops of fire. I thought I was the A side. Well, I want to be a B side if you're going to treat motherfuckers like that. If you're going to give $15 million to a B side, sign me up. Sign me up, Mike. You see what I'm saying? There's something wrong with this contract, and they could prove that. There's no way that the ace, he is the clear face of the zone. He topped AJ. He is la cara de the zone. But Gennady's getting the same treatment? I'm out. Chucking them deuces. How is Gennady getting the same treatment? That right there should be their argument for breach of contract. I'm the face. You gave me almost 400 mil. You gave this dude 100 and we on the same level? How we on the same level? How? Come on, you can't tell me that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, man. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate, but yeah.
And you know what? We got two TBV lawyers. We got two boxing fans that pass the bar and practice law and have called in here numerous times whenever we get into these type of topics.
Call back in.
And that's what I'm doing. I'm just re-inviting them to call in. You know who you are. You guys have both called in. You both passed the bar. You're practicing law. One in California. I just got to go through my emails to remember the name. But call in. Anyone that's, even if you're a fucking paralegal, help us out.
I just want to know if it's possible for a guy to break a contract that big.
You sound crazy. Every contract is meant to be broken.
Bruh,
you kidding me?
I don't know, man, because I come from a world of basketball, football. Y'all know that, don't say so. I never seen contracts.
Didn't that basketball player break his contract? Ooh. And that's why Nike gave him that big dumb check.
Who?
He broke his contract, didn't he?
Who did?
The dude that kneeled, man.
Colin Kaepernick?
That's right.
He didn't break his contract.
How they stopped him from playing ball?
They stopped him from playing ball. He finished off that season on the bench.
Didn't rehire him?
They just didn't give him another job. Okay. But Nike.
Yeah, I know Nike picked him up as an endorsement guy and made him some money. But I thought that he breached, he was fired because he kneeled.
No, he wasn't fired. He definitely finished because they would have sued the shit out the NFL. But what I'm saying is I seen those.
But it don't matter. It's still the same kind of argument in the sense that the man, so to speak, I'm using air quotes, the man wanted him to do something. He decided against that. And another entity still stepped up. And that's all I'm saying. Canelo can stand his ground. It don't matter if he's going to be in breach. It don't matter if he's going to have to give back the money. He could stand his ground because best believe there's going to be 10 Nikes signed up. Ready to give him money, just like Under Armour already gave him money. Everlast already gave him money. You know what I mean? So it's like, come on, guys. He's Canelo. He could go anywhere. That's the only reason I'm throwing out a predominantly female network in Bravo. Because that's who Canelo is. Wilder can't go to any network. Canelo can.
I just haven't seen players or athletes walk away from a big time contract like that and not have any repercussions or have to pay some of the money back or something like that.
Yo, champ, but I've been said he could give it back. And you said,
yeah, but you don't give fucking $70 million back. But nigga, that ain't just something you just give over, my dog.
Yo, you don't get it. Yo, you know what
I
it
do
is?
get it. Canelo's that big
you,
dog. He can
you
go
ain't-
anywhere
you
he
ain't
want to go.
getting
I
it.
understand.
You ain't getting it. You gotta close your eyes. You gotta feel Canelo's skin. Get in his skin. You're Canelo, Mike. You are Canelo. Yo, I don't even remember what year it was, but almost 10 years ago, that man won a fight and bought himself a R8 in Mexico. I never understood it either. I said, damn, how is this man living still in Mexico and not getting kidnapped? Not getting tied up. His mom don't get tied up. For one point, for like 5 years of his boxing career on HBO, he didn't show his daughter. You know, I think they even blurred her out or just cut her face off. You know, because from fear from that. You know all the cartels in Mexico. But you Canelo anyway. Back to the point, bro. You Canelo. Remember, you've won ESPYs. You've got multiple titles. You got the linkage, just the linkage alone to Oscar, the true golden boy. You know, but you've made your own lane. You know, you are El Canelo. They don't even call you Canelo. They don't talk to you in the first person, Mike. If you didn't know, El Canelo is talking to him in the third. He's in, El Canelo, the Canelo. Not, hey, Canelo, the Canelo. El Canelo, my nigga. Like, nobody got it like that. Only one man, and that's Floyd. He has taken over. So 70 million, 80 million, whoever signs him is going to pick up the tab. Because guess what, Mike? Can't ESPN do pay-per-view? Oh, all right. And what's better, pay-per-view or streaming? And let them decide, because guess what, Mike? ESPN got a streaming app, don't they? And guess what else they do, Mike? They give a whole lot more money to the fighters who are okay with fighting on that streaming app, right, Mike?
X Fury, X Crawford, X Lomachenko.
Okay. So why? Why wouldn't there be a way? Bob?
Because when you DAZN, like, you don't want to give up that. You don't want to give that up.
And that's why you got to make it right. And that's all I'm saying. When someone pushes you, push back. And that's what Canelo needs to do. Put his foot down. We are in control, not you. Stop flexing. Stop having Mike out here while Ness in Florida making title talking about the zone. You don't flex on me. I will leave you.
Bruh,
I will leave you.
Like when have you ever heard like a network? Well, I don't know. Maybe we have. Like we only approve these two guys.
HBO used to approve and disapprove fighters all the time.
Okay. So it's not unheard of then.
It's not unheard of. But you know what is unheard of? You know what is unheard of? For you to pick out of my stable, tell me I can't fight my stablemate, but that my nemesis could. Let's think about this in another way then. Since he can't get it, y'all. Mayweather Pac. Let's go back to that. Mayweather Pac. Obviously, the public felt Mayweather didn't want the fight.
Yes. Chicken buckets, the KFC shit, all that shit.
You know, he's just making excuses. Oh, Pacquiao ain't dirty. What you think would have happened? Look how hard it was to make that fight. For those that don't know, you know, Les Moonves, the head of CBS, Al Heyman, all these people had to meet at a restaurant. We got the story through a waiter. It was beautiful. That's why I love boxing.
What?
Yeah.
A waiter eavesdropped or something like that?
A waiter eavesdropped and gave quotes, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. Allegedly, because, you know, all these stories say sources, you know. So, whatever, they made this big deal that couldn't be made. But imagine when they sat there, Bob told Al, you know, we're going to make this fight, but who was Floyd's closest friend or Al's next Floyd? Like, who was valuable? Because we gotta keep it in perspective. Jaime Munguia valuable.
The money team or just an Al?
Al stable.
Well, I mean,
he had
you look at
200 fighters.
Garcia, probably pretty valuable back then.
Okay. So he goes, you know what? Before we make this fight, let me fight Danny. Again, from a business standpoint, why would you give Danny back then in 2012 a loss? That's another franchise. Jaime's another Mike, you got to wake up. We have to have the same energy on this because they have to receive this properly. They can't do this to Golden Boy and Canelo. Jaime's another franchise. You don't just ask me to give you Jaime's my next Canelo. I'm building for the future. So now go ask Bob Arum to give you fucking Shakur Stevens, see if he'll do it. Or give you Valdez, see if he'll do you. Or Teofimo. Why would I give you my next for this motherfucker? Yo, I'm really mad. I don't get how people don't get this. This is unfair. You can't say I can't fight Munguia, but the dude I beat, who ain't part of my team, can. Man, get the. I'm going to some callers, man. Let me go out to Joseph. Joseph,
you
ain't
put it like
press
that,
one.
you ain't getting my motherfucking next up. I'm fine.
No, that's my next up.
Yeah, that's my next guy, though. That's the because they be 10, 15 year plan right there.
Hey, yo, that's like Bob Arum telling De La Hoya, like, yo. Matter of fact, do it this way. Bob Arum tells Eddie Hearn, yo, we gonna make that Burchell or whoever's in that Tevin Farmer division that Bob got fight, that unification. But
Jamel
first,
Herring?
Who? Jamel Herring. All right, we're gonna make that Burchell Farmer fight. But first, give me Ryan Garcia. What the fuck? Come on, dog. Like, what the fuck? No, man, like, you guys got to wake up. They are trying to pull some fast shit on Canelo, and I know he ain't going to let it fly, but I want him to get the message, you don't need them. They already created your buzz. You don't need them no more. They already put your price at $400 million. It's over. You think ESPY ain't going to come back now and say, oh, we going to try and get a disgruntled Canelo with $300 million? That's not how you take a fighter. They got to give you more now, Mike. You already there. That's what I'm saying. Now is the time to leave. Or at least threaten it. Threaten it. Fake it. Leak it. Leak it. Yo, Golden Boy gives me shit all the time. All the time. They can easily just, give me a clip of Canelo walking into a building and tell me, and put the question mark. They're like, where's Canelo going? That's going to stir the pot.
Yeah, Fox on the building or whatever.
Yo, that's going to stir the pot. And then let 3 days of headlines go by, and all of a sudden it was Canelo at Fox to talk about baseball in a studio somewhere on someone's podcast. But the boxing world went crazy, and DAZN sweated, and Skipper was called. His higher-ups was like, yo, what the fuck is going on over there? We just spent $400 million on this cat, and you about to lose him? Don't make me lose you. Just saying. That's how my brain thinks. I mean, I know but look, that's why you here, because I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to give you that
No.
shit.
That's I mean, I wasn't thinking about Golden Boy like, hey, that's our next guy. That's our next Frank. And actual reality, man, he is. They already took him down to Mexico. They already gave him his own headline. So he's definitely something that Golden Boy's trying to build, and you just don't throw him away to Triple G.
Yo, Mike, so now look, Golden Boy's worst case scenario, right? They believe, like you in the beginning of the show, that they're their backs against the wall, they can't do nothing. So they say, all right, John Skipper, here's Munguia. Gennady goes in there, boop, bop, bop, knocks him smooth out. One of his best performances. Now we think Gennady's back. He done sparked Munguia. And they make the rematch with Canelo. September 14th rolls around, boop, bop, bop. He sparks the shit out of Canelo. Yeah, there's a trilogy. Yeah, they could get a 4 fight like Marquez and Pacquiao. But guess what happened? Canelo, Golden Boy, Munguia all took L's, and there is no more next up. Yeah, Ness, this is boxing. One loss don't define. Shut your ass up. Tell that to Canelo, who's undefeated, and Floyd, who fucking changed the game.
And that's just the greatness of Floyd. Floyd's so goddamn great that even he beat Canelo, motherfuckers still think Canelo undefeated. You know? My nigga, this been about 30 years, but goddamn me, Floyd beat you. It don't even count. So that's just how great Floyd is.
It don't count, and that's what I'm telling you. Who I was saying a couple shows, I'm like, yo, you got to take that opportunity if it's there, because it don't count. Like, you don't get that loss, and that's what's going on right now. Like, for Canelo, like, I don't even think about that Floyd shit. He was like a kid. If you Google right now Mayweather Canelo and look at the pictures of Canelo, he was a boy. And it's sad to say that because he was like 22, maybe 21 or some shit like that.
I mean, he still was young.
But his
was
face,
young.
he looked like a child. You know what I'm
no
saying?
No beard. No, you know what I'm saying? But maybe the zone feels the same way about Jaime. He's young. He get a loss, and that might.
But Mike, Dazn could feel that way. But you're Oscar. You got an eye for talent. And now I'm going to shift you out of that and say you're Mike. You got an eye for talent. Nigga, Jaime Munguia ain't Canelo. We could make him Canelo. We could make him Canelo until, you know, a Jamal, a Charlo fight. And then
until
that's
Lara come around and get his ass.
No, because you do, listen, what you do with these guys, with the Shakur Stevenses and the Valdez and the Gilberto Ramirezes and the Canelos and the Munguias, Ryan Garcias, Tevin Farmer, you giving them guys that they can perform until it's time to cash, until you can risk it, until you put in Ryan Garcia in with Tank. And it's like, all right, now we can risk Ryan losing. Now we can risk it because it's to the best in the division. It's okay. It's okay because he lost to Lomachenko. Gary Russell, nobody even remember he lost because he lost to Lomachenko. It's okay. So that's why we keep you undefeated till it's your time. Like Mike Polite Coffee, he probably get tested, but since he's a Marine, my man's 268 muscle, he might get that American AJ effect if pushed properly. He don't got no promoter. It probably don't even happen. But what I'm saying is when you got something, you got to try and water and nourish that plant properly so that it can grow and become fruitful. You don't 6 weeks into your little baby marijuana plant.
Put that bitch down and start smoking it. I hope now. You don't do that.
It ain't going, you can't even smoke it at 6 weeks. Let Munguia grow. They tried to do this to Munguia when he wasn't even signed with Golden Boy. 2018 October, they were
trying to move him
out
up for the Triple G fight, and they're like, nah, we're not going to sanction this. So Triple G went over and fight Bonaz Monterosian.
But that's the bigger argument here. Why is Triple G always asking for a 54-pounder? And why is it always cool, not only with the fucking networks, but with these punk-ass fans? You punk-ass fans in the chat, I see, oh, fuck Canelo, oh, Canelo. Why not fuck Triple G out here fighting dudes I didn't want to see Vanez. I ain't want to see
Nobody wanted to see Vanez.
Steve Rock, man, I could go through dozens of names of his fighters that I ain't want to see. Come on, man. Y'all energy is so whack. For real. Damn, we had a couple calls, they all dropped off. All right, we got one now.
Did Blog Talk go down or something?
Nah, it's up. But Joseph, I would just want to remind you that you have not pressed 1, and I'm sure you know at this point, but every time I see you call, I just want to feel like I need to remind you.
What up, Joseph?
Boxingvoice.com.
It's money to see. Working that brick. Ballin' like Swish. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work.
Hey yo, what's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. Dazn, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year. And you did some great work with Keith Thurman. Man, I appreciate those interviews. You definitely caused a lot of controversy, and that's what you bring to the table, man. You got that it factor, and I love that about you. But I just want to talk about Canelo winning the 2019 Fighter of the Year. Another great accolade. And another thing to his resume, Canelo only 28 years old, getting the biggest money. And Canelo was a free agent. ESPN, Showtime, they all had a chance to sign him. But DAZN gave him the biggest offer. They gave him the biggest contract in the history of boxing. So, I mean, it seems like it's about the money. At the end of the day, it's about the money. In DAZN, they are paying fighters the most money. And I feel what you're saying about Jaime Munguia. How is he accepted to fight Triple G, but he can't fight Canelo? I don't understand that one. But one thing that comes to my head, Canelo did say he wouldn't fight another Mexican. I don't know if this has something to do with this, but Canelo said that before. But you are right. I want to see Canelo versus Munguia, an all-out Mexican war. That's the biggest fight. I think that should happen before Triple G versus Munguia. Munguia versus Canelo is a way bigger fight in Mexico. We all know Munguia is a sensation. This guy has plenty of views. Only 22 years old. He wants to fight the best. So shout outs to TBV. And I don't see Canelo ever leaving the zone. I mean, Showtime had him, Ness. Showtime had him. He left. He left Showtime and HBO. ESPN had the chance. They didn't give him that money. You gotta give him the money, man. Shout outs to TBV, TMG Promotions. We in here.
Shout out H Money, man. Big up, homie.
All right, H Money, thanks for calling in. We got JP. Talk to me.
What up, JP?
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
Hey, so I don't be always understanding the technicalities. So how come we can't get Andrade, whatever the fuck his name is? What's the?
Cause he ain't no big fight. He ain't no big fight. And
Zone didn't put him down.
And he's a tough fight, right?
Perfect.
He's a tough fight. And I just did that. No. Don't brush that over because y'all like to call Canelo a duck and a cherry picker, but I just fought Daniel Jacobs. Go make Gennady go fight someone.
Not the same.
Oh, it's
that's
not
what
the
I've
same.
been saying. That's what I've been saying. Make Gennady go fight fucking Andre, not Canelo.
Man, y'all just unfair. That's what Floyd said, man. They always gonna build someone up. When he beat Andre, they gonna say Gennady. When he beat Gennady, they gonna say Charlo. When he beat Charlo, they gonna say fucking Jarrett Hurd or Julian Williams or someone else. It's never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop.
Hey, fuck. Well, maybe you can predict the future, but the one thing is a fact. Maybe Andrade is low risk, high reward, but he is also the most credible victory. And don't tell me that fight doesn't sell because there's one fact.
Hold on a minute, JP.
Whenever you
hold on, let's give you extra time and let's just go at this bit by bit. I want to
90 seconds.
I want to go back to some words you just said. You said Andrade is the most credible victory. Based off what, my man? Go ahead and help our listeners understand this thought. This opinion
the thought
that you
of
have.
him being high risk.
No, this.
Okay, here's
you
my
just
opinion.
phrased it. You just phrased it that he is the most credible win for Canelo.
Yeah.
How?
By the optics. By the optics, if you watching boxing,
60
you know
seconds.
Andrade is the biggest threat. You know that stylistically, and I don't think anybody would argue that. Now,
I'm arguing it. I'm arguing it.
simple.
I'm arguing it. That's why I actually
How is he
stopped
not?
there. I'm arguing it. I can argue that Kovalev is more of a threat. Kovalev is a natural 175-pounder.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, my God. That knocks people
He
out.
shot, Neff.
He
He
knocks
shot,
people
Neff.
out on his...
He shot.
How you shot and you just fucking won another world title? How you shot?
His heart is
He
gone.
came back and beat the guy who knocked you out.
Took his fucking heart.
Yo, champion, if his heart was gone, he wouldn't have immediately rematched the dude that knocked him out. He'd have been tucked his tail in and ran and go fought someone else. That don't show me that your heart is gone when you rematch Andre Ward. Sometimes you just can't beat a dude. He had the balls to fight Ward twice. He had the balls to fight Ward. Bro, you just called the dude that fought 2 rematches a punk. He had the options twice, Mike, to be
He got knocked out in the second one.
Man, you good,
He got
man.
knocked out in the second fight.
Bro, sometimes,
nigga,
sometimes, bro, people are just better than you, my nigga. Like you can't, like Ward is undefeated. Nobody beat Ward. So to say that he was scared or he was shot because Ward beat him twice.
The man took a rematch and he still calling him scared. You can't please these boxing fans. He took the rematch.
When Alvarez knocked him out, he came right back, got a new trainer, and put it on Alvarez's ass. So it's not like he's shot or done.
Hey, JP, your hardcore boxing ass. What's Andre's biggest win with his calling out ass, huh? What's his biggest win?
He don't got the biggest names. Like I said, he's low risk.
No, who?
High risk, low
Yo,
reward.
bro, why you giving me sentences? Give me a fucking name. Who's his biggest win? Meanwhile, you sitting here telling my listeners that he is the most credible win. Get your ass out of here.
Let me get to you why. Can I tell you why?
Man, you've been trying to tell us why and you're failing miserably.
You won't let me talk. Look, dude, stylistically, we all fucking know it. And here's the biggest problem why they won't. And don't ever think that fighting a Mexican beating up a braggadocious black guy doesn't sell. This guy's moniker is tall, dark, and handsome. You fucking kidding me? That shit sells. Canelo goes and zips the black guy's mouth, shuts the loud, braggadocious black guy up? You fucking kidding me? You know why they won't do it? Because that dude is the only dude who has the potential. I'm not saying it will happen. The potential to make this guy look like Mayweather did.
Champ.
To make him all
Bro,
night.
I feel you on that. I think Andre does give Canelo a tough fight. But Canelo shouldn't have to fight Andre. Triple G should have to fight Andre. Triple G, like, what why would you give Triple G passes? Like, why is this guy getting to fight nobodies and Canelo fighting?
Is 40 years old.
Here you go.
Gennady
Yo, you sound like his mother right now.
Cares?
This boxing.
I'm with Canelo. He the cash cow. He the
exactly.
one that we want to pass the torch to.
I'm done.
Well, if you want to get to that cash cow, man, you guys take a certain route. You know what I'm saying?
See the bias? You see the bias? Because he's the cash cow. Because he's the one that's good. We got to keep putting Canelo through hoops of fire. Like, y'all so unfair. Crazy. Insane, man.
Yeah, I'm just of the mindset. Gennady got to do something, man. Like I said it on the last show, like why are we giving this guy all the easy fights, then give him a big fight? Like he's been beat twice by Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He has a questionable fight with Danny Jacobs that some people thought he lost. So he gotta go do something. Go get a belt. Go beat Andre. Go show people that you are still one of the best in the division. Don't just try to chase down Canelo and bring up 154 pounders to keep fighting him. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see Steve Rose again either.
Bruh. Andre's biggest win is Selecki, which is...
I would say Jack Kukley, but Selecki.
Get the fuck out.
I mean, Jack Kukley had a tough fight with Mac. No, it wasn't Mac Korobov. It was Derenchenko. Who is the IBF mandatory for the Canelo belt now? You know what I'm saying? And I thought Jack Kukley did enough to possibly get the momentum in that fight, but PBC had another way.
Yo, that's hilarious. That's that's gold. Jack Kukley, being the biggest.
But Jack can fight, man. Like I know he ain't name, but Jack can fight.
Cool. And what's Jack's biggest win? Exactly. Like Selecki is Andre's biggest win, and that's off default. It's like when Keith fought Diego Chavez. You know what I mean? It's like we giving you credit because you losing well, but Selecki's biggest win is like Centennial. A 54-pounder. Like, man, dudes they're off the deep end with this shit. They need to make like Andre, and I read an article this morning, Mike, that said that, check this out, Daniel Jacobs is willing to come back down to 160 in 2020 for
Gennady rematch.
A Gennady rematch? No, someone else. Two fights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wasn't it 2 fights? I thought
it was Gennady. It may have been something else, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
I know it was a Gennady rematch though.
But that's what they need to do though. Why are they only investing in Gennady as a Canelo opponent to draw in subscribers, right? If you notice their game plan, it's like, let's feed Gennady the softies until we can make this trilogy. But why don't we feed Andre some valuable names to raise him up, to make that fight bigger? Let's make a Daniel Jacobs Andre fight. Let's make a Andre Gennady fight. No, let's make Canelo fight Gennady and Jacobs and Andre and then Charlo, because he's the best. So he should have to fight everyone back to back like a bowling pin.
It seems like they doing shit backwards, man. They get a guy who got 10 fights, 365, and like they treat the other guy better than him. 6 fights, $100 million. Like they treating Gennady way better. I guess if Gennady got his first fight with Steve Rose, okay, everybody get a throwaway fight, but who is he going to fight next? Like the zone has to make him fight somebody credible, and we all know Jaime Munguia is still too green to be in the ring with a guy like Gennady Golovkin. We seen a guy and Dennis Hogan give Jaime Munguia real trouble. So what y'all think Triple G is gonna do to Jaime? And that's no disrespect towards Jaime. He's just a little bit too young, a little bit too green right now to be in the ring with Triple G.
Yeah, man. Outside of being green, dog, that's just my other investment. I'm not giving you my other investment. Not
We got a super chat from Rod 870. Triple G has 39 wins, 2 average, 1 good, 36 bombs. No Hall of Famers. Out of his 39 wins.
Yeah, and how many Hall of Famers does Canelo have?
It'll be a long day.
A long day.
Not that shit.
Long day. Let's go out to Joseph in Texas. Talk to me.
Let me get situated now. Hold on one second. My bad, I'm coming back in late. Mike, it seems you changed your tone, which is good, buddy, because I just want to say in the Dazn contract, I don't think it says anything about matchmaking, does it?
Nah, but the way that you know, like everything that I've understood and interviews I've done with Joe McCroskey and Eddie, you know, Dazn has a seat at the table, so they have a say, you know, but I don't think they have final say.
No, absolutely. Can you imagine back in the day if HBO would have done that to like Oscar De La Hoya, or if somebody would have done that to Floyd or Manny at their peaks? Because like you said, there's always a way out of a contract. That's
always, bro. Listen.
So
if you're treating me unfair just because you gave me a bunch of money, don't mean I got to take it. Like that. That's grounds at least to argue with.
And honestly, bro, DAZN's got to be careful because, look, AJ, right now, there's been all kinds of speculation about the Ruiz rematch. He's not looking the same anymore. If you lose Canelo, man, any momentum you might have had, you're going to knock it right back down. Because how many Americans are really clamoring to see AJ fight? You know what I mean? And
I don't know, man. I know I'm interested, though. I know I'm interested. I can't wait for that little rematch.
Well, yeah, but I mean, as far as a casual-based audience, especially after we know that he got knocked out, like, if he doesn't get that rematch with Ruiz, how interested are the casual fans to want to subscribe to DAZN? And then, wherever Canelo goes, that's where, that's where all the casuals are going to be for the time being, especially with the Mexican fight base. So, it's a tough call, man. If you're DAZN, I think you kind of just, you don't got to be wary. I mean, of course, they want to put on the best fights. And I don't think, it's not like Canelo just fought Rocky Fielding and then fought another Liam Smith. He just fought Daniel Jacobs.
Absolutely. Daniel Jacobs was not a tough fight. I mean, was it a tough fight going in? Canelo just made it look easy.
Bro, it was a fight that had to be negotiated with a fucking contract.
Narrative in hindsight.
They wanted it so bad DAZN gave Daniel like a deal. You know what I mean? And they trying to act like Canelo ain't did nothing.
Exactly. It is not Canelo's fault if a fight isn't as tough as we thought it was going to be going in. Just like it wasn't anybody else. The perception was, man, it's going to be a 50-50 fight. Even I thought that. Canelo, it wasn't as tough as we thought. That's not on him,
Absolutely. I mean, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, man. I don't know. This is funny, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how it plays. I mean, I believe they're gonna come to terms. I haven't even said this yet, but I believe they're gonna come to terms with Kovalev. I don't think Oscar's gonna let them. Canelo isn't gonna go to the Gennady route. Like
I think so
he's
too.
Teaching him a lesson. He's teaching him a lesson, bro.
I think so too, but it seems like it's getting close to that September 12th, 15th date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's why they've already sent an improved offer to Kovalev, but Main Event said that it wasn't nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? Then they sent what they want. They're going to meet on these terms because he ain't giving Gennady that fight. Not this year. He gonna give it to him. He gonna give it to him, but he gonna keep showing him that he's the one in charge, not anyone else.
We got a couple super chats that we need to get to right quick. We got one from Class at Q. Canelo would have to fight the tough fights under the Al Heyman PBC slash Showtime banner. No more Munguia's Fielding's fight. Do you agree, Ness?
Let me read it, bro. What'd you say here?
He's saying under the Al Heyman banner, there would be no more Munguia's or Fieldings. It'll be all tough fights.
Nah, really? Who the fuck they got at 60, champ?
Just one guy that I know of is Jamal Charlo.
Let's go to the rankings here, bro. Like, I don't know what he talking about, man. They got
another one.
Charlo.
While you pull up the rankings, we got one from Sergio Gomez. Shout out to TBV. I listen to you shows at work. Okay, you read that one.
I mean, look, at 60 in the WBO, I don't see anybody that is okay. Number 9 is an Al Heyman fighter. It has one in the IBF.
Derevchenko number 1, so that's mandatory.
Yeah, but that's the same dude. That's like, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay, same guy.
They saying on PBC he ain't gonna get no tuna. What the fuck? Where they at then? Where all the killers at?
Yeah, a lot of tunas over there. Korbov, be a tuna up. Aleem, be a tuna up.
Yeah, they go Aleem right there. Korbov, Brandon Adams, Hassan and Dom. But none of them dudes. Look, Mike, did I lose you? Yeah, man. So, I don't know. I think that they will definitely make a deal with Kovalev because that's the only options out there, really. Mike said that they approved Andre. They didn't even put Andre on the list. I think he actually said that they didn't put him on the list because it's only Gennady and Kovalev. So, I say make the Kovalev deal. And, get that one going. Because that is at least a fight that people want to see, I think. In my opinion, people want to at least see that fight. But I could be wrong. Mike, what up? We got so many people calling in at this point. Looks like we had a little downage there. You there?
Yeah. I'm here, man. Skype went down for a second, but mine back up.
Kicked you out?
Yeah, we got one more from Sergio Gomez. Canelo, king of kings in boxing. We got one from Gunner Forever. Canelo is the face of boxing, the cash cow. #TMG. We got one. Okay, Rod said no, I read that one. TMG Promotions. Great show. TBV number 1. And Rise 870 come back with one more. Canelo since 2012, 14 wins, 4 Hall of Famers, and 8 good. So he's saying Canelo been proving it since 2012.
And that's the truth. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get how these guys are like now trying to, stand off on Canelo. It's like, bro, let's be real. He's done what he needs to do. But H Money on the boomerang status. Talk to me.
Hey, Ness, I just want to talk about Demetrius Andrade and how he had a spectacular 2019. Demetrius Andrade was probably the most active fighter in 2019, scoring 5 knockdowns in 8 months with a knockout, winning his 3rd world title. So Demetrius Andrade, he
only had 2 fights in 2019.
Well, he was supposed to fight Billy Joe Saunders that time.
But
Billy Joe, he got popped.
You can't get credit for supposing to fight. And he did And he did not have a great 2019. He had a shitty 2019. Who the fuck is Artur Atakov and fucking Selecki?
Selecki, a common opponent with Daniel Jacobs, knocked him down in the 1st round.
That's all he is a common opponent. That's all he is. His biggest win is Hugo Centennial, someone that fucking Jamal knocked out too. Big deal.
Look, I can say he did have 3 fights, Ness. I could pull up the footage. I'm just saying, Demetrius Andrade became a star.
You must be talking about 3 fights in a 12-month calendar year, but in 2019, 2019 he's only had 2 fights.
Well, it's been 8 months. I said 3 fights in 8 months. He's the most active. Demetrius Andrade Ness, he's the missing piece to the puzzle to be undisputed. That's why the fight is so big. I just want the fight to get a little bit bigger. I wait like a year, about a year.
It's more than Andre. Remember, to be undisputed, you got to fight Charlo, because Canelo's the franchise champ. So you can't be undisputed with Canelo.
But I'm just going by what Eddie Hearn said. Eddie Hearn said Canelo is the true champion. That's why they made that franchise belt for him. Nobody talks about Charlo, Ness. We all know this. Demetrius Andrade is currently a bigger name than Charlo. He is. But I just had to just say that, man. The undisputed match.
Is he a
That's
bigger
why
name than Charlo? Charlo just did 400,000 on Fox, and Demetrius did what?
He sold out. He sold out his crowd in Rhode Island. Demetrius Andrade.
Wait. I don't think you heard me. I said Charlo did 400,000 on Fox. What did Andre did? You started talking about ticket sales. So if you want to talk about sellouts, Charlo sold out in Houston. So we can use the same words.
Yeah, who had a better performance? Who's linked to Canelo? Who's on Dazn with the best middleweights? Charlo, he's on the island by himself, Ness. He's not relevant.
All right, H, but let's go ahead. We could debate. All right, who's linked to DAZN? Who's in a better position? It doesn't seem like Andre's in a better position, even being linked to DAZN and Canelo, because he's not even on the list. They didn't even approve his fucking name.
Okay, but they made the offer to him, and I'm just saying, right? That made an offer to Andrade.
One offer that he didn't take, and they moved on. And DAZN, Mr. DAZN, didn't approve Andrade. They approved Kovalev and Triple G.
I got you. But Ness, Andrade, believe me, bro. He's the man. Believe me, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. After he beats a few more Akinwan days, maybe I'll believe you. Big Supermax Boomerang, talk to me.
What's going on, Joseph?
Yo, can you guys hear me? My headset came off.
I mean, you sound like you're in a windstorm.
It works.
Hold on one second.
But yeah, man, I do like Demetrius Andrade though, man. I really think that guy is talented. I know he doesn't have like
God damn.
But I do believe he'll be a tough out for anybody in the division.
And I like Andrade. You know, he just needs to do something though.
It's kind of hard when you want the fights and these motherfuckers like he really wants that Triple G fight and they don't seem like they want to give it to him.
Yeah, you're right. And that's my argument. So again, the B sides on DAZN are being treated better than the A side, and that's Canelo's argument to get off that network. It's like, Your Honor, they're treating me like a slave, essentially. You pick and choose who I fight, and I only get the tough fights. So I'm the entertainment. Fuck out of here, bro. You can't do that to me. I'm out. Supermax, man, you sound like you drilling holes out there, man, looking for oil in Texas. What's going on? Yeah, I don't know, man. We out, though. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. We going to keep it moving. We will be back. We got a couple of things to do. What we got going on today?
Untitled, man. We got to
do some Untitled, but also today's Thursday, right?
Flagship. Yeah, we got Flagship, yeah.
Flagship.
Oh, we got Super Chat, too, from Bo.
And Shakur Stevens fight this week.
Yep. A lot of fights this weekend. Canelo should be rushing to fight Andre, so he could be the undisputed middleweight champ hands down. What is he waiting for? I wanted to ask you that because that's my mind. If Canelo wins, is he undisputed, or since because he still has like literally
he obviously
the WBC belt, doesn't he? He has the franchise belt.
Yeah, he's obviously undisputed, and it's like people are gonna consider him undisputed anyway, man. I mean,
okay.
But the thing is, it's just no reason to fight Andre now. The Kovalev fight to me as a fight fan is bigger. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah. Nigga, that's a fight that I want. Like, if I had a choice, that's the fight that I would make if I was DAZN and if I was a Golden Boy. I would go after Kovalev. It seemed like both sides have mutual interest, and hopefully Eddie Hearn can help out and get the ball over the finish line.
Yeah,
I'm really glad that they brought Eddie Hearn in, man. I know Eddie Hearn
but you don't even know if that's gonna cause issues. Maybe motherfucking Golden Boy is like, yo, what you going to the Eddie Hearn for main events? Like, this are they my dad now? He's supposed to scold me? Like, you and I supposed to do business. You bringing in someone that ain't even got nothing to do with none of this.
Maybe they're looking at it like from a standpoint, okay, you guys can't get it done, so and I'm with the zone, and we as the zone want this fight, and we all know the zone and Eddie Hearn got some kind of partnership or very good working a business relationship going. So I think they sent him over just to try to smooth things out with main events, try to see what they exactly want. Maybe Golden Boy's not getting a clear depiction of what they really want. So maybe they send Eddie over, and Eddie gets in inside, see what they really want, and he brings it back to the zone, and maybe they can smooth it over and get that Kovalev Alvarez fight.
Brandon Alvarez, in Cincinnati, talk to me.
What's going on, B?
Yo, what up, Mike? What up, Ness? How y'all doing this morning, brothers?
Can't call it, man.
Yeah, as far as the two fights that the zone have approved, I agree with both of you guys. I think Sergey Kovalev is the better option. I mean, at least if you go up there and fight him, you get another world title, add another accolade to your belt, and at this point, you know, what's the point of fighting Gennady Golovkin? He ain't got no title. He ain't a mandatory. You pretty much just doing him a favor. You ain't doing nothing for yourself, so I agree. Gennady should have to go fight Andre for that belt, which is a fight he's been offered and turned down. Go get that WBC belt, which he's been offered and turned down. Or probably wait till Canelo drop the IBF title and be mandated to probably fight Derevyanchenko. But shit, he turned down that fight back in the day. He dropped his belt because he didn't want to fight Derevyanchenko. And fought Vanessa Monterosian. So
I'm telling you, that dude get more passes than anybody. Meanwhile, Canelo giving us the big fights, the good fights, and we over here saying he ain't doing nothing and he ain't doing enough.
And if he has to fight Derevyanchenko, I think he passes that one up because that probably is going to go to purse bid, and we all know Derevyanchenko with Heyman. Heyman may try to push for that fight, and we
That's
all know Triple G on the contract.
You know there ain't no ifs on that, right?
I know, bro. I know ain't no ifs. I know.
No. What I'm saying is, like, that shit is going to purse bid. Like, that was real. I received a letter from the IBF telling me that they sent a memo to Golden Boy to start promotions May 15th. So they gave Canelo 10 days. This is what I'm saying about the disrespect to this dude.
Whoa.
He needs to say fuck. He needs to say fuck all y'all. All y'all. Yeah. Belts. I'm bigger than the belts. Yes, Mike. That's what I'm saying. IBF gave him 10 days. Listen.
Bro, they smoking crack.
Listen. May 5th, he won the belt. May 15th, they sent him a letter to start negotiating with whoever, Derevyanchenko. May 15th, bruh. That's why, now I see why Tyson Fury dropped the belt. These dudes are retarded. They straight that's a bad word to use. They're stupid, okay? They're stupid. And if you Canelo, you gotta be smarter. I'm bigger than your belt. Fuck your belt. Fuck your network. I'll go wherever I want. Canelo could do a standoff show alone. He could, bruh, Canelo don't even need a network, bruh. Let's be real. He don't even need a network. If anybody could fight on YouTube,
and just do his own pay-per-view.
Exactly. If anybody could fight on YouTube pay-per-view or what's that? What's it called?
No, nigga, you hit the nail on the head. That's what fighters and motherfucking promoters do. YouTube pay-per-view. I'm telling you guys don't think it's gonna be big, but it's gonna be big, bro. Especially with a guy like Canelo, bro. Can you imagine Canelo on YouTube?
They already taking $20 from the zone per month, right?
Come
Might
on,
as well
bro.
make your own shit. Make your own Golden Boy app, man. They want to get disrespect. Listen, it ain't like Golden Boy didn't do this. This is what I'm telling you. When HBO put the pressure on Golden Boy, they went to Showtime. When they didn't like what was going on in Showtime, they started their own shit at ringtv.com. Then they started using live stream. Then eventually that went to Facebook. And then eventually that went to DAZN. He can keep growing. It don't got to stop at DAZN. You can move on. You don't got to be just a streaming app. You can find something else is all I'm saying. But anyway.
I guarantee you, if he fight on YouTube, more people will know about him fighting than they would be on the zone. I guarantee you that. And that's for sure. But yeah, follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. We'll be back later on tonight with the flagship. And hopefully we'll go ahead and knock out Untitled for our Patreon members.
Peace.